Greetings, Aaron Ray here, Research Supervisor, Tucson Tyranny Response Team. Today, I am going to venture into the world of pumpkin baking. We've got a pumpkin here, it's gutted and hollowed. We've got a pan here. What we're going to do is mix these dry rubs, put a roast in it, potatoes, onions, carrots, all our seasonings. We're going to bake it at about 400 degrees for 2.5 hours, maybe a little longer if it's needed. So what we're going to do first is we got some garlic here. By the way, there's fresh garlic in the fresh vegetable mix from the garden. We have some dry dehydrated garlic. We have some cayenne pepper, some garlic salt, some black pepper. We have some rosemary, a little bit of oregano, and some paprika, and a little bit of brown sugar, just to mix it all together and get it to caramelized mix. What we're going to do is just mix it, just mush in everything, mix it over, put it together, and it is on. So, cayenne pepper, a little bit of zest, some paprika, zest, a little bit of sweetness, brown sugar, but we got a lot of garlic in the mix here. So that looks pretty darn good there. Use your fork to kind of squish down any chunkies of sugar. Do a little final stirring. And it is on. Now, what I am going to do is take this roast. It's about 2.8 pounds. Now you can use a smaller one with the smaller pumpkin, or you can use a big one like this. And we are just going to get that marinade stuck on there. Dry rub. Just like that. Flip it around on its sides. It is on. Okay. Got a little more of this here. Sprinkle it on top. Rub that stuff in everywhere. Just make it stick. Stuff it in the cracks. A lot of marinade up here. So you take this guy, after you get all your marinade on him, and you stuff him in the pumpkin like he's meant to be there. Just kind of plop him down in, tuck him in. This on. Take a little more of this marinade and put it in there. Okay. As soon as you get your marinade and your steak in there, you're going to want to add your potatoes and onions. And we have some other veggies. Now I got these onions, they're already sliced. We're just going to put them in here where we think they should go, all around, everywhere. Onions. We have some potatoes here, we're going to put them in. As many as that'll fit with the vegetables we have. Stuff them around the edges. And you can stuff them. This is like a turkey. This is a pumpkin stuffed pumpkin here. Okay, we'll save those out. Now right here are our veggies from the garden. We have yellow zucchinis. We have green zucchinis. We have crookneck yellow squash. We have some corn and some fresh garlic. And we added a bell pepper just because we had it ready. We'll put a little bit of olive oil. Just drizzle it in there like so. Stir these vegetables all, mix them up, get it coated. I'm going, whoop, dropped a couple there. Add a little bit of this marinade to the veggies. You got some left over, use it. Mix it in. It is on. And then, on to stuffing the pumpkin. Looks pretty stuffed already. If you have any leftovers, you can make a side. That looks pretty stuffed. Could be a turkey. Okie dokie. Now, we're going to put the pumpkin in your tray. You got to have a tray so that your pumpkin juices don't drip out in your oven. We're going to add about 3/4 cup of water in the tray to stop the burning. And we're going to go ahead and add about 1/4 cup of water in the pumpkin to start the juices and steaming effect. Just get it in there, it'll find where it's got to go. One more thing, we're going to add a little bit of butter. And there is one stuffed pumpkin ready to go. We've got the oven heated to about 400 degrees. You can go 375, or if it's a big roast, you might have to go 420. It's going to bubble and boil out of the pumpkin, and the pumpkin skin will burn, but the pumpkin will be tender. So, join me for this pumpkin coming out of the oven here in about 2 more hours. Gotta take the rack out. Anyways, it is on, and I hope to see you shortly.
One.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers, we are at approximately 2 hours after the point of putting the pumpkin in the oven. The juices from the inside, and I did add a little bit of water inside the pumpkin, are flowing out now. It's starting to bubble inside. The pumpkin has compressed down, and it's turned flat on the bottom. You can see by how high the lid is up here. And after this boils inside and finishes steaming and boiling for however long it takes, the next hour, then it will be done. But it is on right now. It is 400 degrees, cooking. House kind of smells like pumpkin. And check back here in a few. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers, welcome to the Pumpkin Beast Blast. Alright, here we go. So, I had to move the temperature up to about 450. After I moved it to 425, I had to add water inside the pumpkin to ensure the water boiled outside the pumpkin. I added hot water, and as it came out, it kept the bottom of the tray full of moisture also that was evaporating. And then the pumpkin and everything seemed to cook. Don't worry about the skin will peel off. So if the skin's burnt, don't worry about the skin. Here we go. And I had to stab the pumpkin in the side, which let some of the juices flow out. And I did stab the pumpkin probably right about here, somewhere around here, which let the juices spill in the pan, which stopped the bottom from burning. So, let's see here what we got. Oh, it's a tender pumpkin. How about grab it with one of these? Let's put this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you can take this piece of meat of the pumpkin off, save it for in the morning. This piece right here, slice it off, put it in a processor or something, blender, blend it up with an egg and some pancake batter, and add some brown sugar and some white sugar and some cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, whatever you want. That is it, pumpkin pancakes. I'm telling you, I haven't had a complaint yet. So look at what we got in the pumpkin. Let's get this bowl over here, right next to the container. Get a little scooper. Oh, it is so on. Potatoes, yellow zucchinis, garlic, onions, green zucchinis, crookneck squash, probably some extra garlic. We got some fresh corn off the cob, sliced and diced right here from our garden. Oh, that smells good. We got a lot of herbs and spices. Look at these onions, they're tender. Extra
Smells good.
paprika, cayenne pepper, and some dehydrated garlic on top of the fresh garlic. And we got some potatoes tucked in corners in here. Just scoop them out. So here we have a bunch of vegetables. I'm going to scrape the rest around the edge of the meat. Grab the tongs. Look at that roast beast. It is so on. There the from the camera.
It smells really good.
So, what we're going to do now is grab this roast beast. Put it over here on our cutting board. Oh, there's fresh corn on it. And what's happening in the roast beast? Oh, it is so done.
Well done.
All the way done, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, but I want my roast beef done. If you want it less done, cook it less time. Check it. Check your veggies, see if they're tender. Once they lose the crispiness, you can ensure it's done. Okay, so now we have some roast beast. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little slice of it right here. We're going to add some of our veggies, about an onion, some yellow squash, some green squash, and a little bit of horseradish. That's what I got to say when you have your roast beast. It's got to have some horseradish on it. Now, let's cut a little taste here. Smells great. Looks great. Some roast beast. Onion. Perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers, after your dinner, you might want a dessert. Here's how it happens. You take one of your knives, any knife will work, because this pumpkin is so tender. Grab your graboids, and just take a chunk of pumpkin like this. Get the skin off. Now you have a big piece of pumpkin, just cut it off the bottom. Oh, we got a pumpkin seed there. That'll add to it. Fresh roast beef pumpkin seed. And I like to put a little bit of honey. Just drizzle it on. Something like that. Add a little bit of butter. And then you have a dessert with your meal. Let's see. Oh, this pumpkin's tender. A little honey, a little butter. Now you can add cinnamon, nutmeg, a little drop of vanilla, whatever you want. Dinner dessert. All you're missing is the movie. Now look at this skin. Came off like a green chili. The dogs are going to eat it, and they're eating it right now. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers, this is my pumpkin roast beast, and it is great. Try it out. Give me some feedback, comments, criticism. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Otherwise, we'll block you. Anyways, have a good day and a better tomorrow.